Alright guys, how's it going? It is Tuesday the 12th of December 2017 and you're watching KopTalk.tv. Alright. Not one of you fuckers told me that Peter Moore, our Liverpool FC chief executive, right, was at Microsoft when that fucking red ring of death was going on with the Xbox 360. Do you remember that? Do you remember the stress with that? The fucking stress I had with that. Now I can't stand him now, mate. I hold him totally responsible. I never knew that. Now I know that. I'll never fucking approve anything he ever says. Ever. That's it. Simple as that. What a fucking nightmare. My own Xbox packed in at the time. Rob's Xbox packed in at the time. Charlotte's Xbox packed in at the time. Serious biz. But he sorted it out, did he? He fixed it up. Do you know what? I've just been watching this interview. That's why. Right? I knew about his previous gaming history and stuff like that. But I'm not one for like really showing interest in all that. You know, my interest in gaming is casual, as you can see. You know, I spend most of my time at the gym, and I don't have you know, much time to faff around on these games, playing Minecraft and all that shit. So anyway, I just watched this video of Peter Moore being interviewed on Radio City, and I think it was really good, and I think you need to watch it. Right? You go to KopTalk.com. It's on the front page. It's about 40 minutes long, and you know, Peter Moore is the main man at Liverpool Football Club, if you like, the main face. So we talk about him quite a bit, and my opinions have been a bit like that, you know, about him. Initially, the first opinion I ever had of him was an editorial where I said, excuse me, I've got a bit of a cough going on. I said, he comes across like a good egg, you know. His dad was, you know, a big Liverpool fan, and he seems genuine, right? And a lot of you lot like, fucking, they always say this, but I think for the first time ever, I actually really believed that. The only time I changed my opinion about him a little bit was when he started to belittle fans a little bit on Twitter. You know, where he'd retweet certain comments, knowing that the pack would then jump on them, and I thought that was a bit of a lame move, you know. Didn't like that. Don't like that. You know, if someone says something to you, if they're polite, then, and you know, if someone says, "Oh, you know, you and the owners are rubbish" or whatever, maybe just reply to them, you know, still publicly, but just direct to them. You know, you just put the @ sign and just put, you know, sorry you feel that way. I'm trying my best, or we're trying our best. Not retweet it and then make them look an idiot. If it's someone running their mouth at you and being abusive, you know, fair play. But maybe you shouldn't even do that if you're chief executive. I don't know. And that's been my only real criticism of him. But I've noticed, you know, that he stopped doing that. I think he stopped doing that. I haven't seen him do any of that recently. So I really like that. I like that because it makes him look more professional as well. He doesn't need to make himself look a peasant like me and you. Do you know what I'm saying? So what I do like about him is he does go out of his way on Twitter, social media, to try and nip problems in the bud. He's not always going to keep people happy, etc., etc. So my opinions have been, you know, relatively mixed. If he's watching this video, hi Pete, right there. I'm sure he doesn't care what I think, but I am one of the fans, and he talks about wanting to keep the fans happy, and I'm one of them, with a reasonable, you know, audience that follow the content and that. So there's quite a few of us here, isn't there, that you know, are interested in our chief executive of the club, whoever he is. My Xbox is working now, so it's fine. But I did watch this interview, and it left me again thinking he was alright, actually. And you know, a few weeks back, you may recall, he put a tweet out about about some yeah, I can't remember the exact title of it, the LFC history thing, that he'd been to see, you know. And I was like, you know, I think I made a comment, not like a nasty comment or anything, just saying, you know, I find it a bit upsetting, you know, like, because Liverpool Football Club is more about history than current in some ways. You know, sometimes I think, yeah, our history was fantastic up until a certain period, but today, you know, it doesn't feel like it's all about winning trophies. Maybe that will change. Let's hope it does. And Peter Moore, if you recall, responded to me asking me if I'd actually been, and I read the conversation out to you guys, and you determined that you know, because I was like, is he calling me out? You know, like, because I'd commented about something I hadn't seen. I think he was, and I think he was trying to call me out, you know, like he does with people, but he didn't retweet me. And the general opinion from you guys was, yeah, he was calling you out, though. He was fucking taking you on. And I did reply, you know, and my reply, you know, was obviously that I'm overseas, but I've spoke to a lot of people that have seen it, you know, etc., etc. And he didn't come back to me, so 1-0, you cocker, right? So I did say fucker and not cooker then. But look, you know, I've seen people I have a lot of time with, you know, have exchange little disagreements with him on Twitter. For some reason, when people message, you know, about FSG related topics, they tend to copy me in to the tweet sometimes, which I don't really like, if I'm honest, because I have my own opinions about FSG. Sometimes I think they're all right. I don't think they're the best owners. I mean, I don't think they're the worst owners. You know all this, but I think sometimes people think by default that I don't like them. I don't particularly like them, if I'm honest. But I mean, they tend to include me in conversations which are maybe the conversations that I don't want to be involved with. The ones that are a bit where they're from like extremists, if you know what I mean. Is that my pen? But you can't see that, can you? I want another one of them. Where can I buy another one of them? I got that one free, but I need to know where I can get it. Waffling on now. So yeah, you know, I don't know. He does come across as politician-esque, you know, but that's what a CEO of a company has to do if they've got a public image profile or something. I don't know. But I watched this interview, and he spoke about, you know, there's no way he's coming across in that interview as false about his passion for Liverpool Football Club. And as I watched this interview, you know, he spoke very much about his father, who is no longer around, sadly. And, you know, I think he said that he even got, like, you know, "You Never Walk Alone" or some club reference on his dad's gravestone, you know. And from memory, I think Peter Moore once tweeted out a picture of his dad's name in one of the, you know, the memorial tile things that you can buy at the ground, which was what influenced me at the time to write the editorial, saying, you know, I think we've maybe got a good egg here in charge. And so he spoke highly about his father, and, you know, his dad's love of LFC and his whole story. You've got to listen to it. And then he talks about how he became, you know, chief executive of Liverpool Football Club. And I started feeling like soft and saddened, because I was like, fuck. He became, you know, like chief executive of Liverpool Football Club, and his old man. What would his old man have thought of that? He's dating, you know what I mean? I'd be broken, mate, if I was Peter. Honestly, I'd be like, do you know what I mean? Come on. Look, I don't care whether you think he's part of the FSG mob and all that, but, you know, to have your dad be like so passionate about Liverpool Football Club, and you brought up in that environment, and to have, you know, like "You Never Walk Alone" or whatever on your gravestone, and that's hardcore, isn't it? So how, you know, I don't know. I just think how proud he must think. I wish my dad was around seeing me. Like, I think he mentions that at the end of the video. It left me feeling depressed. And I know you lot are all going to pick on me now, saying, "Don't be so fucking soft," you know. But, you know, I just, one thing, I found one thing that maybe you guys might like, and I wrote it down because I'm like serious, you know, like with what I do and that. And at the end, he said, "We've got the right manager, we've got the right squad, as Rafa would say. We've got the right style of play, and we've got the right fan base." And he never said we've got the right owners. There you go, he's FSG out as well, you see. He's just like, he's got to play it carefully, hasn't he? Because that's the only thing when I've thought about it before in the past, when I've thought, well, at least we've got someone, you know, a genuine red, which I, you know, just because they might be educated or successful, a lot of people don't like that for some reason. But the only time I've ever thought, like, where it doesn't sit right with me is when someone's like, because if I was there doing the job, right, you all know that I would try and do my best for the club, right? The club, for sure. Thanks, Rafa. But then I think, yeah, but I'd call them out, and I'd be like, "Hey, you, you know, we should be doing better than this. Stop pulling the wool over the fans' eyes and all that, right? Yeah. But you can't really do that, can you, if you're employed? Because you've got to look after yourself and your job and that. So it's a bit difficult. So, I don't know. I don't fucking know. So yeah, that's obviously a conspiracy that you should consider there. That he says in that video, right manager, right squad, right style of play, right fan base. But he never said right owners. I know I'm covered in bits, guys, right? But it's this fucking super duper camera up here. It's this amazing camera that I've got. Might have to start wearing white. Fucking white. You won't see me, will you? No, we won't fucking not see you, will we, you fat... I know what you're thinking. So listen, Peter Moore, let me know your thoughts on him. Be honest. Like I say, I've got this up and down thing. But, you know, for quite a while now, it's going like that. Going up. Yeah, I honestly. And it's important. It's talking about Peter Moore's no different to talking about Jurgen Klopp or John Henry or whatever. We've all got opinions, and this is what the game is beautiful, and you know we have opinions, and we don't all have to agree, etc. And I pay close attention to him as chief executive of our club, and I actually like the fact that we've got one, you know, for the first time that is interacting with the fans. I like that. I just didn't like the retweeting of some people that are all right when they don't need to be slapped, if that makes sense. So. Anyway, I'm not sure. At the minute, I like him, all right, and I'm sticking to it. And I just, you know, I think his dad would have been very proud of him, very, very proud of him. Yeah. What else was I going to talk about? Right. Excuse me. I'm sure I've got a chest infection coming on. The chest. I wish I had a chest coming on. 6-pack or a keg. Yes. Some of you. I haven't. You know. Oh, right. Where shall I start? Yesterday, some of you know that my daughter Charlotte, her partner Jake, who is the father of my only grandchild Harry, was diagnosed with cancer earlier this year, and I think they called it stage 4 cancer, which is very advanced and quite serious. Yeah. So he underwent chemo and things like that, and yesterday they went to get the results of his chemo to see if he'd overcome it, and unfortunately he hasn't. He's only in his 20s, you know. It's my daughter. I feel powerless as a parent, you know, because I want to solve all her problems in life, and this is one I can't solve. It just feels like we get a lot of our family. It just feels like we get a lot of bad luck. I know we all go through this, and you have your problems in life. It just seems like one thing after another. So I was just giving you an update really, because I know a lot of you do ask after him, you know, because you're aware of it. Even though you support Sunderland, you do ask after him, and it just breaks me out when I see my little, you know, grandson Harry in his little Liverpool kit, and then the pictures of him with his daddy, and he doesn't know what's going on, and I just want his dad to be around for my daughter and for his son for all his life. And I mean, when I say all his life, I mean for decades and decades and decades, long after I've gone. So it's he hasn't, you know, they didn't get the outcome they wanted. And they were going into this expecting good news. Me, I was like, you know, I just kept my mouth shut, you know, which is rare for me. I don't believe in that, everything's going to be all right, because I know that that's not how life is from my own experiences. So he's got, they've got a difficult 2018 ahead. You know, they've been given this bad news. It's Christmas and a New Year. You know, New Year, same shit is what I say every year. And they've got that to deal with next year, which is going to involve a lot more intense treatment now. Yeah, I think it's a bit blurry. I just want to make sure you can see my chubby cheeks. So yeah, and that's it. That's what's happening. That's what's happening with them kids. You know, poor kids. So, let's hope if you're a religious if you're a religious person, give them a prayer or something, and just let's hope that we can that he can overcome this. I think he's got to go into hospital for 4 weeks at some point. At one occasion at least, to do some stuff that I won't go into. So I will go to England for that 4 weeks to stay with my daughter and offer support, and you know, even if it's just transport or you know, looking after little Harry, whatever, guys. So I just want you to know that you know, sometimes like I say to people, like, I'll do a video tomorrow, or I might tweet, I'll do a podcast or whatnot. And then if I don't do it, sometimes I feel bad, you know, and I think that you guys think I'm taking, you know, liberties or whatever, even though it doesn't really matter. But I don't like letting you guys down, and I just want you to know that if I'm not around sometimes, it's because behind this fine specimen is a real life, you know. So that's it. So I don't want to be depressing or anything. I just wanted to update you. I haven't provided you with running updates of what's been happening with them. But it was yesterday, and I did a video for DKB.TV yesterday and said, oh, I'll do another one next, and I didn't, because obviously the news came in, and I spent the next few hours questioning life, you know, and speaking to family about what, you know, and looking into things and that. So not great news for Jake, but I really need to. I just hope he can overcome this, you know. So right then. That's it, guys. I think I got this book the other day. I don't know if I told you this. I mentioned it on the other side. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. It's supposed to be good. I bought it just for something to do, like, you know. And in other news, I've been writing my own infamous book that I've been writing about 15 years. I was writing it on an old laptop many years ago. Some of you remember, and it went, and I lost it all. There was no Dropbox back then, you know. And like an idiot, I didn't have any backups, so. I am writing it again now. Hopefully I'll get this out before my 50th birthday in 7 years. Like, I'm going to live to be 50. But I've got some chapters here, yeah, so I'm getting excited about it. Like, so, yeah, that's it. The good thing is, if I'd have got it out all them years ago, that sounds wrong, that, doesn't it? If I'd have got it out all them years ago, I'd have missed out all the other stuff, I think. So, now you might argue now, no, you could have done a second one, Chubbs. No, because there's going to be more in this, it'll be more interesting now, won't it? So, there we go. Anyway, so I'm trying to get back into the routine of things on here. You know, doing KopTalk.tv for you. It's 4:20 in the afternoon, and I have to go now and continue my writing. And I'm not taking the piss. I leave this office now, and I'm going to my writing room to continue with that. And you know, I've got all sorts to do with the websites, and that is so difficult with time at the moment. I'm finding it a bit of a struggle. So, I will. You know, in fact, you know what? I'm going to do another video. Stop focusing, you fuck. I'm going to do another video for you right now. Right? I'm going to upload this video right now, and I'm going to do another one to prove how committed I am to you. Right? All right.